Okay.
Right now, lead us.
Okay. Episode 5 weeks in. Yeah. BSSG Podcast, we're back again with our new and what's fresh and what's hot. I got the illustrious and creative Agent T with me.
You know how we do, man. Yeah, we're back at it again for the 5th episode, bringing you them vibes from
This other side.
yeah, exactly.
Vibes from this other side.
For real, man.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff making the rounds. Last time we talking about, Drake dropped.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped that day, but we hadn't got around. I thought it was going to be like a full length, a little bit disappointed and a little bit like predictable in a way that after a long time, it was just like a mini hiatus for Drake standards, and I can't understand how, he hoped to like accomplish this, and then necessarily 3 tracks.
Yeah, man. It's like I'm not really surprised because they just posted Scary Hours, and everybody was like, okay, maybe to just be an EP, because they dropped the previous EP for demo lane tapes or something like that. So people didn't really know what to expect, but
3 tracks.
Yeah, but like you said though, it's kind of like, and it's like for the time it took, although the thing is that it's not the album, but for the time it took, I guess we're expecting something really,
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the recross joint, lemon pepper joint is crazy. Even the other tracks, they're like decent, but I'm not saying like
just decent. Like I don't think What's Next, that's one of the videos. I don't think it's something like because the beat is really hard, like we said previously, but it's not something Drake really cracked his head to make in the studio.
No,
it sounds like something he just,
Yeah.
And one thing about when you're on top of the game is like anything you drop, that's why I can come up with shit like 2-6 Slide and some weak shit. Yeah, you just get kind of
speaking his mind.
No, I'm not. Drake is still a dope artist, but I'm just saying the facts because, like, Kanye too has had those moments too where he was as good as he is. Sometimes he'll just drop some shit that,
Yeah, like it boggles. I wouldn't say it boggles the mind in Drake's case, but it boggles the mind how much like people would, drop something that. Don't get me wrong, it's not mediocre because there's a lot of artistry and craft that goes into every part of it. The songwriting, the instrumentation, the mixing, the mastering, the promotional, the visuals, everything that goes into that is like a lot of people bringing their dope art together. But I feel like fundamentally, what comes out the studio has to set the pace and set the tone for the rest of the things to fall in place and make sense. And some other times it's like, I just hear Drake bragging a lot and he's on top, he's got to talk his shit, he's got to brag, but a lot of the substance, I'm not even craving for too much substance by the way of telling a life story, going super deep and shit like that. Not necessarily. What I'm talking about substances, let me feel like you put in a lot of work into the artistry. Let me feel like your wordplay, your figures of speech, whatever you're doing, like put together, like you have this. Basically, just make you feel like you spent some time doing it, not like you just hear the beat and you're like, I'm the GOAT, and then you kill.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't really like, and like you say, it's like the content too. He's just telling us on Valentine's he had sex, okay? He had stress, okay? But it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, at the same time, he said, there's a line too, he said they want his life exposed. So that's why he's telling them what's going on in his life and shit, But like you said, man, I just heard a couple of weak bars. Like he said, he think he's sick now, he wiping his nose, He just not say, but just some okay bars, not really that crazy top level bar that were really. Once in a while, Drake comes with them bars, but really hard. Like I remember this bar he dropped on when Lil Wayne dropped one of this and Lil Wayne is really one of the GOATs, man. He has been dropping mixtape, but I think it's the last tape he dropped where he had this song with Drake, where Drake had this line, he said, you would think I was Irish the way my money kept doubling or something. I just like that wordplay. He has some, but on this song, the video for What's Next, I don't know if that one will make Certified Lover Boy, but Yeah, it was just okay, and like the beat is hard, and it sounds.
The beat was so freaking hard, bro.
Yeah, it sounds almost like it kind of reminds me of Laugh Now Cry Later too. Not like but it just feels like the same kind of feeling, almost the same kind of mood.
Yeah.
That's what it gives me. Yeah, but that's it. But Lemon Pepper is hard, and although he definitely had the better verse, but his verse was longer than Rick Ross's verse. But
I don't know why I'm always excited to hear Ross in features, because he never disappoints.
Yeah.
And he always brings Ross. He never brings nothing less. And if you bring a very dope track to Rick Ross, he's going to make it a classic.
Yeah, there's one Goodbye drop. I can't remember it right now, but he dropped one cool bar, and even Drake too has some funny bars.
Yeah,
like
Drake.
Bar,
Yeah, that
that Gallo bar was actually the Gallo. Yeah, but
that was everything. Like that stuck out the most to me in the whole track.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, but Ross always tears up them stuff. Speaking of that, we're gonna shift gears to Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, I saw Chance also drop. Chance, the independent guy who won the Grammy. Chance is cool. Though acid rap, there are some. Chance is like is one of those guys too that he takes his time, and something like Chance now, is like a Christian kind of rap, but at least it looks like he took his time and he was flexing his skills,
I appreciate
saying talking on some like content wise to his school, talking on like with politicians and all that. So exactly, that's cool art, yeah, man. I don't think it's bad, and Chance has been. He has good standard songs from acid rap, and even on features from the one with Childish Gambino with Kanye. He's definitely a dope artist, but if we're being honest, he kind of, I won't say failure, but he ain't really being like as much like always. We were always talking of Chance, like during the Grammy time, the coloring book time, kind of slowed down, but he's still a dope artist, And maybe some things it does. I don't know if some things if it does a lot of questionable stuff, but so I've seen him once in a while. Yeah, I don't really do. That's but like
good Christian boy.
Yeah, exactly. There was one time he was like they wrote a review and he was like trying to tell the magazine like. Yeah, something like that. Though that's just one of the bad, and Chance is is actually
when you're a church boy, that kind of stuff becomes your negative publicity.
Exactly.
Other people they kill the mother, they go to jail, and people still suck them off. So it's like it's very difficult to be safe and be in a nice part in this party dream, because it's like everybody wants to judge and set a standard for different people.
Exactly.
But we'll leave the motivational and deep, insightful talk for later.
Yeah,
let's talk about some. You listen to some Justin Bieber, bro? Or you watched it?
Hold on, I saw it. I didn't really listen. I don't know. Justin is on that one. I feel his vocals is definitely is one of those artists. Justin could have. I think I can compare him to like the Elvis Presley. I don't know or he could have been the Elvis Presley, because he just gives me that Elvis Presley vibe. The way. The way the industry just, he's really big, man, and he could have just, anytime he drops, he shows. I saw he drop some stuff and I just listened to it once, I can't remember, but another pop guy who dropped is Bruno Mars. I feel like Bruno Mars, when you talk of a pop star,
he epitomizes it.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's who Bruno is, and I feel like he has been dropping dope music right from time. He has been giving people those features, like when he did that Sky Full of Lighters with Eminem and Royce, Mirrors with Lil Wayne. The guy is just a really dope artist, so we can agree. And Anderson .Paak, another dope guy with the instrument. So two of them came together and formed that Silk Sonic shit. I don't know if you heard the single.
You've still not heard. My bad. Like these days, I'm so sucked up into animation and stuff like that. But for now, it's like I'll have to sit down and have insights with all this music that is coming out now and see what's going on. And in my tight schedule, I still took out time to see what they call it, Coming to America, the sequel.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, you go around it.
Nah. How was it, man? Damn, I need to actually check that. So is it like all for on the torrents and all that, or how did you just use some ways I see.
Secret. I have my secret agents.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
please,
So you got that Amazon subscription or something?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Amazon, like, don't worry, I'll be breaking my bread with you, Amazon. Like, even now, you're gonna take something from me this month, but I have to see that movie. Like, I've always been seeing them.
Yeah, I've been seeing, and I saw a lot of people watching it too, which is cool. I know, like, the video was there. And
Yeah, that was I think that was actually the climax for me.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
I came into the movie with way too much expectation. Like,
and you know, the first one was really a classic. When you talk of a classic, man. I still remember some random scenes of the first one. And it was really good, you know, Eddie Murphy and his Arsenio Hall, I think, was with him, and he met this girl, and she had one sister. You know, it was really funny and all that, but
yeah,
I don't know what they've done now.
This time, no, it's a decent movie, but they emphasized too much, or emphasized, accentuated, whichever. They emphasized too much on the you know, the funny part of the movie than the
story.
Yeah, than, you know, creating a storyline and the masterpiece. They just tried to make it just
really
funny, and that
was it funny actually?
It was a little
I hate
bit
Tracy
funny.
Morgan and Leslie Jones kind of did some funny stuff, a lot of funny stuff.
He has what's his name written all over it now.
Who?
Because
Tracy Morgan.
Yeah,
I see.
That's his hand. Because Tracy Morgan was okay. His performance was okay. The lady, what's her name?
Leslie Jones.
Yeah, she was okay too. But Eddie Murphy was always Eddie Murphy, you know, very funny, and yeah, but it was so much funny. At the end of this thing, I was like, okay, the storyline is a little bit, but they did the whole, you know, dance, the choreography, the dance, the music, it was fire.
The costume,
yeah. Although they dressed the boy in some way when he was trying to run through a lion. How you have a whole sketch running through from a lion? Actually, it was my God to say that, but yeah, that was the question of the day. Of the movie. Well, it's just like a lot of, you know, things that were just put there to emphasize the comedy. I think if they broke a little bit more bread and brought somebody like what's his name again, the godfather of comedy right now, Dave Chappelle. They brought Dave Chappelle in the movie. It would have elevated it a lot more. But I know that Eddie Murphy bread had to hot.
Yeah, for real, Murphy.
Dude played like 8 roles in the movie again, like the first one. Wow. You know, he was all the like everybody in the barber show.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, and then and what's the other guy's name? Arsenio Hall was the preacher as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
So they played.
Murphy, you know, Murphy is definitely getting them checked. You know?
Yeah. But
Murphy has, I don't know, I'm like so many baby mamas. Like, he's one of those guys, man.
Because when you can play a role of 8 people, so you, I guess, can be there for 8 baby mamas.
For real. Yeah, man. I would definitely get to that for sure. I would definitely watch that.
Yeah, I would actually like to hear your opinion.
Yeah, I would definitely like to get to that for sure, bro. A lot happened like the past weekends too, man. Like there's something we've never touched on here before, which I think now, because football, you know, as a Man U fan, you know.
You know,
I saw my boys, you know, I was proud of the team against the Blues, the Man City. You know, Manchester was red, you know, and yeah, man, because they were on a streak, you know, they were on their high horse, you know, and Man U just, you know, knocked them off that.
What I would say is,
but they still got the league though, but at least, you know.
What I would say, they were due a loss.
Yeah.
And Man U was just there to hand it to them.
Yeah.
With that being said, I still fancy Arsenal in our all shitness against Man U any day.
Wow.
Ole versus Arteta, there is only one way it's gonna end.
Not really though.
No, Ole has never beaten us barring one.
That's how many times have
we won the FA Cup and we beat you league, then we drew. That's what
I'm saying. Just a couple of Arteta just got in and
and every time Arteta has faced you guys, he's confident.
I feel like we'll stick, and you know,
even Emery was confident against.
At least we are doing way better than y'all on the league. You know? Europa. You guys have Europa too.
The league is fluctuating. It's fluctuating. We know our position. We know how shit we are. We know how
you guys are struggling for top 4.
No,
you guys are not even struggling for top
10.
4, top 10. Is that
yeah. I know my team is shit, and I accept that.
But you are just confident.
Kind of deluded.
No, not really. How are we deluded?
Yeah, you guys are mentioning you guys being top 4, like you couldn't, like one loss. Or if you guys just had a good week and then it's like everything, all the issues, so all is good and well in the world of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Well, it's good that you touched on football because we never do, but we're actually big, actual football heads, not that shit that you guys kick once and then use your hands and carry around the field later.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah. That's what they call it, American football.
No, it's don't get me wrong, I'm not discriminatory about it. It's supposed to have named it hand egg. Because that's what it really is. You carry the ball in your hand. Yeah, that looks like a crazy ass rip-off of rugby.
Yeah, for real, well, boy. You know, the game is like they try and make it big by doing the halftime or another.
Yeah, like the halftime is more interesting than the whole game.
Exactly. That's the funny part. The halftime has become bigger than the whole game. Nobody really cares. Sometimes people just checking for Brady and whatnot, but at the end of the day, soccer or football is still the most popular sport, and it's still the greatest game, the beautiful game as they call it, man.
All the Americans are going to lose their shit over this, but it's fine.
Yeah, they have problem accepting that, Yeah. But even with basketball, they did the basketball All-Star. I don't really follow it a lot, but I just saw it making rounds,
Yeah, my boy Giannis.
He got MVP.
All-Star MVP. That boy is goated. That boy is the best thing since Magic Johnson.
Wow.
For me,
bold statement.
Very bold statement. I'm telling you, he's not going to be the people, one of the persons where you once they come into the league, you already know that they're going to be this, or after their first 2 seasons. It's the kind of person that after he's retired, it's like, oh my days, accolades on accolades.
Or maybe what Giannis needs to do is just to join a super team, just like the Nets or
I feel like something can happen.
Lakers or something.
You see the way Dirk Nowitzki got his cheap and stuff like that. Like it's just like I feel like now, this season after the way the Nets is, and for a couple seasons you're gonna have all these super teams that's gonna win and peter out, and everybody forget about Giannis being a contender. Then he will win with an underdog status.
That would be crazy, man.
People have always been expecting, because Milwaukee was always sexy, so people have like this expectation that Giannis is supposed to do something. And that's why everything is letting him down. But if he has Drew Holiday on his side one more season and they draft a very good rookie, I can see them punching. They don't need all them too much superstars. They just need the workaholics that can make shots in crunch time. They just need people who can shoot.
That would be dope, man. But at the same time, we've had some goals who never really got a championship, like Iverson and Kobe. That would be cool if
Giannis gets one.
If Giannis at least gets
one. I'm not even worried. I'm not scared. Giannis is going to get a ring.
Wow.
He's that good to force the issue of
and I feel like soon some teams will start looking towards luring him.
Yeah, but he can't. He has that.
He still has all the time.
He has this contract he just signed. This super maxed out
with Milwaukee.
Yeah, like it means that he's gonna stay in Milwaukee and try to use the underdog this thing and punch, because Drew is
how
a very good player.
How many times have we really seen that in these recent times though? Like an underdog team winning the. Really,
Toronto was for me.
Toronto! But come on, you had Kawhi and a few other.
Yeah, you have.
They were an underdog team. Plus, that was when if Golden State didn't have all the players, right?
Yeah, and picture this, bro. When you have 2-time back-to-back league MVP, and your team is an underdog team, you have to consider the quality in this all these other teams in the league that have 5, 6. Blake Griffin joined with the Nets again.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Wow.
Blake Griffin has signed with the Nets, and that's
Literally.
just
That's
you know,
crazy.
like I'm even trying to understand how the team fits.
Exactly. So
'Cause
many.
There's so many guys who are supposed to get 30, 40 minutes.
What?
Yeah, I'll be very disappointed if you don't win. They should just walk to the championship, walk to the title this
For
year.
real, man.
Yeah.
Go Harden, Irving, Durant. Good.
Yeah,
Man, that's dope, man. But yeah, man, B-ball.
yeah. Well, your boy Akademiks.
Yeah, so Akademiks is always making, and he's always like, I saw him say he doesn't like the fact Jay-Z we said something is black on.
I wanted to touch on that in particular.
And I saw someone give a good answer because he's not the only one at this. You know, Joe Budden has his podcast and some other sub podcasts. One of the girls said it, and someone gave a good reason. Like, Tyler was never really about black, so it was about the artist for the artist.
Yeah.
And from this deal, like I heard so many artists got like 8 mil from the wings to me. They got money and they still got their stuff in Tidal, which is a dope deal, man. Yeah, but I saw Akademiks trying to say it's dope, but Jigga will always come and be like he's black. And at the same time, too, another night someone say when you get to that level, this is, you know, like I remember one of the lines on his song, and I think his Mother Excellence from Watchatron when he said, Domino, only spot a few blacks, the higher I go. What up to shout out the Will.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a couple more. And it's that stuff I said about he's just the 5th black person to become a billionaire. So how many people can he really be doing deals with that are black at this age? You gotta be fucking with the Dorseys, the Musk.
Exactly.
You know,
the people who are richer than you to
the
get
1%. Exactly. Those are the only people.
How many black
really
people can form a constituent and, you know, get title? How many of them can put together the money, the capital necessary to take title to the next level, which is over like millions? You're talking billions. So how are you going to punch? How are you going to do that? How are you going to execute? See, the Akademiks is just an ignorant little kid. Because what would you? How do you say stuff like that? How do you pitch in on topics you necessarily do not understand? Because if you're going to like sell shares of this is business.
Exactly.
And first of all, yes, he has to sell it to black people because that's his skin. When you start your channel, Akademiks, or whenever you start whatever you're doing, weren't you like homies, mom, friends, whatever? You are like my kin. Help me out, subscribe, watch my stuff, like share, whatever. You talk to, and then how would you not tell the people who are demographic people that look like you have your skin? That's why black people like it pisses me off sometimes. So what is trying to sell to black people? Everybody's trying to sell something. Akademiks, you try to sell your stupidity, bro.
Exactly, and it's like it's not. Yeah, man. Like for instance, even like something like this thing. For this thing is sold, the Ace of Spade. Like he had a line where he said it was 100% black owned champagne. That is, you know. That one is his own, but tie-dye, we never heard him say tie-dye is 100% black owned, or like the person said, it was tie-dye is about the artist. It's not really about, it's not even about the consumer, it's about the artist, because it's like all these other DSPs and they don't really give them what they are worth and all that, you understand? Yeah. So Akademiks is just always, I feel like academic because everybody knows Jigga. People don't, you know, Jigga is almost like, I don't know the word, like, there's this word called sacrosanct, like, you can't, like, not really, he's almost like, you can't really criticize him or something like that. So he just always wants to be the one.
Yeah, he wants to be the person.
Because I noticed he's always hitting on Rock Nation from the CEO. He always has something to say about Rock Nation. So, yeah.
Mentality.
Yeah, and him, even with the Tory Lanez make stuff too, it was like Rock Nation is trying to silence Tory Lanez. You know, the whole industry is pussified. So that's just, I was not surprised when Akademiks was trying to push that stuff. You know, trying to be the one who has this opinion. You know, trying to be like, yeah, it's something. Yeah, but yeah, man, Ak is just a funny dude.
I would pay pay-per-view for the fight between him and Ben Dollar, which is never gonna happen because.
Yeah, man, so many people he has been talking about getting in fights with so many people, from even one guy from the Joe Budden podcast, Rory. So many people. He's always been like, yeah, nigga should pull up, but Ak is just he's a YouTuber. He found his way, you know, from everyday struggle. And he's has some humor about him. He has his fan base that I always check. check on him and stuff. And
a bunch of new mumble rappers. I always
exactly always pushing some bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Making feel a lot important. So I get you, Ak. I get you. It's fine. You could do what you want to do. Live how you want to.
For real, man. Boom. Yeah, which other music really dropped? Who else dropped this Friday? Tory Lanez actually dropped.
Yeah, Tory dropped. I haven't gone through the full length of the album, but it sounds like what I've heard and what I've seen, especially visual-wise, decent. He's been putting in work, but I don't know the thing about him and Megan. I don't know how that. It still leaves a bit like a sour taste in my mouth, but I'm still not hearing the full perspective of everything that's gone. Well, musically, Tory is okay, but personally, I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Same. I feel the same. Musically, we all know what he's capable of. Yeah, sometimes his head is just not in the right place.
Yeah, actually, that's what I feel like. Sometimes he does so many things that are unnecessary.
Yeah. Like he was complaining DSPs are not posting him and all that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just post yourself, bro. That's the only person that's obligated to post you is you.
For real.
Yeah. Bro, I'm sure he's running his marketing and he's just like trying to get traction from DSPs not posting him. But DSPs post you, DSPs don't post you. The fans want to listen, they listen. If they don't want to listen.
Yeah, man, for real, man. Yeah, man, I don't know if there's any big stuff that happened.
It was a slow week, but the truth is he's glad having Agent T for this podcast. Last podcast we were like, was it going to happen? Was it not going to happen?
Sure.
Because he was going to go under the knife. It was a serious procedure, long overdue.
Though it's not really like
glad not under the knife, man. More like under the pliers.
Not like for real. Just get some. Get some, what they call it, extraction, from
dental extraction procedure. So for everybody, I was thinking that he had like a liver transplant. Nothing like that.
Something mild, but it's kind of it's a procedure, so something, but it's not really that invasive. Yeah, man. I'm just trying to think what have we know? Is there?
I actually feel like today's podcast could literally be this concise because the shorter sometimes the better because you don't want to force topics down your throat. Want to give you everything qualitative, and as much as it's qualitative, it doesn't have to be too quantitative. So like, subscribe, share, do the rest. Know what's necessary. Peace out.